These are the 5 best traps you can use in Hytale. So here we have our first trap. This is a trapdoor trap that I made. And when you interact with the trapdoor, it makes you fall into a hole. So here's how it works. The trapdoor is trying to push you, but the door is preventing you from being pushed. So it puts you in one of these corners. Here's the trapdoor itself, and here's one of the corners. So it pushes you to one of the corners, right? So what you can do is you can put trapdoors on the corners, and when you interact with it, you won't fall down. But when you open the trapdoors, your friends can fall through. Or whoever you're trying to trap is gonna fall through. And if you want it to only be on one side, you can block one of the areas off. So now it'll always be on this right side over here. Let me show you real quick. Bada bing. Oh, but actually, I need to make this higher and put the roof on again. Sorry. So if you interact with the door or with the trap door now, you get pushed to this trap door. And it'll never push you to this one if you have the corner blocked off right here. So yeah, that's basically the first trap. Pretty interesting, right? So for our second trap, we have this hole over here with a bunch of bear traps lined up. So let me just show you real quick with an example of me dying. You just get hit by all of the bear traps. So this is how it works, right? When you put bear traps next to a block, like this isn't the example, this is like the real example, but this is a better way to picture it. So here we have bear traps, and if you the hitbox of the bear trap, you can actually touch it if you touch the corners. For example, this one, that one, and boom, that one right there. So what we're doing is that most likely when people fall in the hole, it's not gonna be exactly in the middle. They're probably gonna touch one of the sides, right? So what happens when you fall into a trap like this one, you're most likely gonna touch one of the sides, which will just kill you. Just like that. Even though I died by falling there, you know, you get the example. You die by most of the traps hitting you. But yeah, that's the second trap. And just as a note, as a sidebar, you see these spikes over here? Yeah, they don't work. You actually take instances of damage, like continuous damage, instead of actually taking all the damage at once. So, speaking of spike traps, here we have the spike trap that I made. This is one of my first traps. It's not that great, but it's more meant to, you know, tickle you instead of kill you. Here, I'll give you an example real quick. And you just keep getting pricked by the spikes at the top. So what we have here is that we have some mushrooms. And if you guys didn't know, whenever you jump on a mushroom, you actually bounce on it. And there's 2 ways to bounce on a mushroom. You can either, you know, jump on it, or you can either fall down from it. And what we have here are white cloth roofs. You can use any cloth roof, and I'm pretty sure this is the only block you can place on the mushrooms to cover them up and bounce at the same time. So basically what we're doing is we're making a pathway, and we're covering up the mushrooms at the same time with that pathway. So here we have our fourth trap, and it's actually just one block. It's called the moss rug. And with the moss rug, you can actually just phase through it. This is probably the best trap block to cover up stuff. And it's way better than these traps over here because, for example, you can, it's not one use like all of these traps over here. All of these just break. All you need to do to get moss rugs is to go to the farmer's workbench and grab some moss from like caves or something, and some plant fiber, and you can craft any color of rug you want to make that trap. And to make it, all you need to do is, you know, put the moss rugs wherever you want, and then break the blocks underneath it, and boom, you now have a trap you can fall through. And for our last trap, we have the most simple trap of all. That's right, it's just the simple knockback trap. So, everyone probably knows this by now, but when you block and left click, you actually you can shove people. And essentially, all you do is shove people into the knockback trap. Or you can use the mace and like knock them into the trap itself. But it's way easier to just block and knock them in. And all of the traps can be used, you know, interchangeably with each other. You can put bear traps in here. You can put the moss rug to cover everything up if you want. Just like that. Ignore the corner because I'm bad at the game. But yeah, use everything that I've taught you here to make a good trap. You know, combine them together and do everything just like that. And yeah, that's all for today's video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. Get me to 20 subscribers. I think I have like 19 subscribers at the time I'm making this video. So once I upload it, I better see 20 subscribers.